happy to go there?
Moving with the motion, following the light that sets me
Welcome to Twomazing. This is part 2 of our Vietnam tour. Right now we've arrived in Sapa. After a long night on the sleeper bus, we finally made it to this beautiful mountain town, surrounded by breathtaking views. But honestly, taking this sleeper bus was not the best idea. None of us really got any sleep. So if you are planning a trip like this, here's a real tip. Skip the sleeper bus at night if you actually want a good night's rest. Our driver picked us up and took us straight to our quarter, about 20 minutes from Sapa town center, away from the hustle and bustle of the town. Where we could finally recharge a bit. From there, we started planning our day. And our first stop was something we were really excited about, the famous glass bridge.
Surrounded by waterfalls and dramatic mountain cliffs, the famous glass bridge in Sapa feels like something out of the movie, and right before the adventure really begins. There's even a small cute cat standing in the entrance, something I definitely could not resist. The entrance fee is around 500,000 Vietnamese dong for adults and 300,000 Vietnamese for children. Use our link in the description below to save your ticket and save money. But getting there is already part of the adventure. Before even you reach the bridge, you first walk through a natural cave carved into the mountain, dimly lit, slightly mysterious, and building anticipation with every step. At the end of the cave, an elevator takes you hundreds of meters along the cliffside, slowly revealing the breathing landscape around you, and then you arrive. Standing on the glass platform with nothing but air beneath your feet, you are rewarded with an insane panoramic view over endless mountains, deep valleys, and flowing waterfalls. It's one of those moments where everything just feels unreal.
And then the adventure continued. My sister Marina and I decided to take a step further and walk across the hanging bridge, something that instantly gets your adrenaline going. Access to the bridge comes with an extra fee, and you even have the option to book a drone to capture the entire experience from above, which makes it even more cinematic. The bridge itself stretches around 230 meters across the valley and hangs high up 80 to 90 meters above the ground. As soon as you step onto it, you can feel slightly moving with every step. It was exciting, but at the same time you really had to stay focused. The surface was a bit slippery, especially with the light rain, so every step mattered. All in all, exploring the glass bridge was an experience truly worth having. Standing there, surrounded by breathtaking mountains, felt almost unreal. One of those moments you simply pause and take in. After that, our journey continued towards Sapa, where we were excited to finally visit the famous Cat village and step into our next adventure.
Welcome to Cat Village, one of the most popular and beautiful spots in Sapa. It's located down in valleys surrounded by mountains, rivers, and so much greenery. Honestly, it feels like you step into a different world. As you walk down into the village, the view's just getting better. Traditional houses, flowing water, and really peaceful vibe that makes you slow down and just enjoy the moment. If you want something extra, you can rent traditional outfits and get your makeup done for around 250,000 Vietnam dong. I'd highly recommend it. It makes the experience more special and your photos look amazing. And if you're traveling solo, don't worry. There are photographers around who can help you to take your pictures. You will also see horses, small boats, and those traditional water wheels. Everything looks very authentic, almost like a movie scene. When we visited, it was actually raining a bit, but it didn't ruin anything. If anything, it made the whole place feel even more magical. Overall, Cat Village is a definitely must visit in Sapa. A nice mix of nature, culture, and really good memories, with the river flowing and mountains all around. It's kind of the place where you just stop and take everything in.
Pro tip: when your wife or girlfriend spends the entire day modeling for photos, there's only one correct move. Reward her with good food. Trust me, complaints disappear instantly, and later she might even thank you properly for it. After dinner, we explored the town center of Sapa. As we walked through the streets, something caught our attention. There were children dancing, approaching tourists, asking for money. Some of them were carrying babies, trying to create sympathy. It's not something we want to go too deep into, but it's also something you can't ignore when you see it with your own eyes. You can feel there's a bigger story behind it. We decided not to give money, because in many cases it can encourage the cycle behind it. Instead, we tried to handle the situation with respect, without filming faces or putting the focus on them. We later learned that the local authorities are trying to prevent this, but because there are so many cases, it's very difficult to control. After that, we headed back to our quarter to rest. The next day, we had a plan: the famous trekking cafe, combined with the Sapa train experience. But first, reality check. Today, way too cloudy. We originally planned to go up the peak of this mountain, the highest mountain in Indochina. But with this weather, we would probably see nothing but clouds. So instead of forcing it, we made a smarter decision. We waited for better weather tomorrow and recharge our energy today with a nice massage in Sapa. You work here? What the fuck you doing?
After a relaxing massage, we went back into the town center and walked around to the lake. It was such a peaceful atmosphere, especially in the evening. After the walk, we decided to eat again. We ordered pumpkin filled with kahoop chai bee dao, steamed chicken inside the whole pumpkin. It actually tastes really good, but still, I ended up ordering something else afterwards. Sometimes you just have to try things to know what you really like. The next day, we finally had the perfect weather, so we took the cable car up to the peak. But honestly, even the way of the cable car was already worth it. Right at the entrance, SUNWORLD created a huge flower garden with the different animal sculptures. My favorite ones were definitely the eagle and the mammoth. There's also a beautiful temple right before the cable car entrance, which you can walk through.
And then it was time. We stepped into the cable car. And wow, the moment the doors closed and we started moving, you suddenly realize how high you are going. The ride feels long, but in the best way possible. You are just floating above mountains, clouds and the endless nature. It's one of those moments where you just stay quiet and take it all in. Babe, you happy to go there? First on the top. Okay? Accept the challenge. Sarah don't want to go anymore, so I have a little trick. Babe, on the top there's ice cream. There's ice cream on the top. Come babe, ice cream. I promise you. Come, ice cream. Standing at around 3000 meters, you'll find a massive Buddha statue, watching over the mountains. Inside you'll find a small temple, a quiet place where locals come to pray. After pushing yourself all the way up, there's this calm energy waiting at the top. It's not just a viewpoint, it feels more like a destination with meaning. Finally she made it. Reaching the summit of Fansipan isn't just about getting to the highest point in Indochina, it's about the journey getting there. From the cable car station you still have to climb around 600 steps to reach the very top. And trust me, At this altitude, you feel every single one of them. The air gets thinner, you're breathing heavier, and suddenly it's not just a simple walk anymore, it becomes a real challenge. After the way up, we take a little break for a massage.
You're pretending. Yun.
And finally, the way back to Sapa with the cable car. Back in Sapa, we still had some time before our next sleeper bus would take us to Ninh Binh. So we thought, why not end it properly? We went for Korean barbecue. Grill in the middle, smoke in the air, way too much food on the table. Exactly what we needed. But we weren't done yet. Cheers! What does nightlife in Sapa actually look like? So we went to a local club. And honestly, it's not that different from anywhere else in the world. Loud music, flashing lights, people dancing, laughing, just enjoying the moment. Maybe the setting is different. Mountains instead of big cities, but the vibe pretty usual. And just like that, from bright mountain views to a night out in Sapa, this place gave us a little bit of everything.
We finally arrived in Ninh Binh, and once again we did not get much sleep in the sleeper bus. But no excuse, we still decided to stick to our plan. After checking to our hotel, we went straight to the Tam Coc boat station to make the most out of the day. The tickets cost around 250,000 Vietnam dong per person.
Bà con chui nước đi lên một tí là kéo sang đây này.
What's that? Titanic? That's the song.
Đồng mũi đầy lắm.
And what you get in the return is something really special. You are slowly taken along the river surrounded by these massive limestone mountains. And then through caves that feel almost unreal. It's calm, it's quiet, and honestly, just beautiful. At one point, Chan even grabbed a paddle and tried to help our boat driver. I'm not sure if it's actually made us faster, but at least he tried. For me, it's definitely must do when you're in Ninh Binh. After the boat ride, we continue with a small bus to visit a nearby temple, which was included in the price. And just like in the boat tour, it was absolutely worth seeing.
There was something different about this place. The moment we stepped inside, everything slowed down. The noise, the rush, the constant source, all of it faded away. These temples carry a rare kind of calm energy, the kind you don't find often. It's not just a place to visit, it's a place to pause, to breathe, and to reconnect with yourself. For a moment, nothing else matters.
This small temple feels like a hidden secret, especially with a little cave tucked inside. It's quiet, simple, but very special its own way. Peaceful stop where you can just slow down and take it all in.
There was also a small cave here, and they are still working on it, slowly uncovering more over time. It feels like the place still has some secrets to show. Overall, you're already in the area, it's a nice stop and you can add it to your trip. Not a must-see, but still calm and interesting place to check out.
Babe, they look like wee bears. Like this.
True.
Look, wee bears. Black, white, brown, and white. Hey, wee bears. Before heading up to Hang Mua, we made a quick stop here and it turned out to be really unique. For just 50,000 Vietnam dong, you step into what feels like a sea colors. Hundreds of intense, thick, teal white and bright shades are laid out in a neat circular patterns to dry. Together, they form these beautiful fan-like shapes spread across the ground, almost like a colorful field. It's calm, simple, and surprisingly mesmerizing. A small place, but definitely worth the visit.
Before the climb even starts, the place already feels special. The entrance fee is around 100,000 dong, and as you walk in, you're surrounded by a really beautiful area. Small path, lotus ponds, and peaceful all around. There's also a small cave you can discover.
Then came the real challenge. Hang Mua around 500 stepstone stands between you and one of the best views in Ninh Binh. Step by steps, it gets steeper, hotter, and more intense. But once you reach the top, it's all worth it. Standing up there in the next iconic dragon, Standing up there next to the iconic dragon, you get this breathtaking view over the lake, the rice fields, and even the river we paddled through earlier. It's one of those moments where you just stop.
And then we visited Hoa Lu Old Town in the evening, and that's exactly what we would recommend. After the sunset, the entire place lights up with glowing lanterns, reflecting beautifully on the water while small boats pass by. It feels almost unreal. What stood out the most were the two temple towers. Incredibly detailed, carved entirely in the stone with stunning craftsmanship. These structures are inspired by ancient Vietnamese architecture, and recreating these intricate carving took years of precise, skilled work. You can feel the history and effort in every detail. Truly something special. We ended up having a really good meal, taking a moment to relax and get ready for our next journey to Katba. But this was just the beginning, because Katba is on a whole different level. Here a small teaser for part 3. We start canoeing through calm waters, surrounded by nature, completely disconnected from everything else. Then we jumped on our bikes and made our way to a small fishing village hidden right in the heart of the island, a place that feels like time has slowed down. And of course, we couldn't leave without trying a local legendary brew. In Halong, we rode an incredibly alpine coaster down the hill, but the real highlight, seeing Halong at night, up in the cable car with the city lights, a must-see. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss what's coming next in Katba and Halong.